All right, so today on the bench we have sanders. Now I have several other sanders besides these two, but these guys are random orbit sanders. And I have the Porter Cable um, model 7346 and a Bosch ROS20VS on the table here. And they're both good sanders. Now, why do I have multiple sanders? Well, these sanders that have like an angle grinder head like this are typically more aggressive and a little. They go faster and you can push down on them a little bit more. As you can see, it has a different pad on the front that doesn't have a whole lot of flex to it. It's made for taking off a lot of material very quickly, and as such, I've got a heavier grit on here. Now, grit is measured in inches, so it'll be something like 60, 80, 180, 220, things like that. So I have a lower number on here to take off more material, which is especially useful since currently I'm sanding plywood's edges. On the Bosch, however, since I use this for more fine work, you have a more flexible pad, has a lot more give to it, and a much higher grit. This is probably 220 because that's usually all I sand to around here. Of course, on these is a variable speed, so we can slow down or speed up. The Bosch is the only one that I really tinker with that much. Though the Porter Cable looks variable speed, it has one too. See, there it is. Sorry, I never use it. So I didn't even remember that it was there. Because I use this for heavy material removal and large surfaces, and so I typically don't mess with it that much. This one, on the other hand, I sand a lot of small parts on. It's very handy to be able to turn it upside down in a bench vise or something like that and sand small pieces. So, what is that? What the hell is that? Those are random orbit sanders, and they are very useful to have in your shop, especially if you work a lot with wood. Now, again, I've used these to clean surfaces of metal, wood, concrete. I've even had to scuff up pieces of tile before. I've also used them to clean up leather. That sounds funny, but it works. So if you're doing a lot of sanding and you want to save your hands, get yourself a random orbit sander. These are not the best brands. There are other brands out there that will work just as well for your purposes, so don't be afraid to buy the cheaper one for now. It's okay. I had a Black & Decker that I used for many years, and it outlasted several of these Bosch ones. So, this is not an endorsement for any particular brand. This is simply, what is that? Random orbit sander.